in your left hand corner yesterday.
Hey guys, happy International Women's Day. I hope you're doing amazing. And in honor of Women's Day tonight, we have a very special grant application training to help you submit your name, your business, for some of the thousands of dollars in grant money that is available out there for your businesses. Boy, if I knew then what I know now about this money, boy, I tell you what, I would have kept a lot of that money in my pocket, okay? So if you're not aware and you're still struggling to piece and part your business together, it may behoove you. Yeah, I ever heard anybody use that word? My mom used to use that word.
Yes, I think my mama.
it,
Grandma
may,
didn't use it, but mama showed up did.
it may behoove you to show up tonight. Make sure you register and get the details at www.dollarsprofitsandwealth.com. Something we're going to be doing every Tuesday is taking you on the grant application process, and you can only view it on YouTube. You can only view this free training on YouTube. So make sure you get the information for the YouTube channel, you register, you subscribe. That channel is going to be doing everything from helping you with your startup dollars, helping you understand your bottom line profits, and helping you to build generational wealth. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 p.m., and we're going to have a generational wealth brunch every Sunday at 2 p.m. ish. So if you want to get your wealth, let me tell y'all something. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, LaShonda. I thought I knew money. It's just so, man, there's so many levels to this stuff, okay? So it's not only the money you earn, it's the money you can get people to give you. And then it's also the money that you accumulate through wealth. And we always think we're so far from wealth building, when in actuality, that's not true. And as women, if we don't start to build and accumulate wealth, then we can't leave anything for that next generation. So I'm going to let my special guest this morning unpack some of that. Don't look like that, Chanel. Girl, you know them people ain't seen you since you moved to Ghana.
Now
Them people
you know
thought I had you hid in the basement.
I'm free. I finally got out, y'all.
Writing notes on toilet paper talking about help.
No. Hey guys. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, LaShonda. Look, hey Alicia, I'm so glad to be here with y'all today. I tell you. But you know, Coach, the whole thing about generational wealth, I think that's something that we didn't quite grasp when we were growing up. You know, our grandparents understood it, but they didn't know how to make it happen because of their circumstances. But generational wealth, the word tells us that you're supposed to leave a legacy. You're supposed to leave wealth. You're supposed to leave something for your generations. And even though tonight we're talking about money, that could be a whole lot of different things. You want to leave them wisdom. You want to leave them, like my grandma left us, cookbooks. Y'all don't know how to make some hoe cakes? Because hoes got to eat too.
You just love saying that. You just love it's Alicia, throw the Bible over there at her. Every time she says something out of bounds,
I got one.
So you gonna hit yourself?
I think she's saying you need a little extra this morning. I think that's what she's saying.
That's what that is.
I'm trying to paint a picture here. But you know, those things that, you know, wealth can afford us. Money can afford us those things that we can pass down, like property, pass down business, pass down stocks and bonds. That's important, and we have to teach the people how to do it.
And you know, not only that, understanding that there is more for us to reap in the here and now. So one of the things I'm going to ask you guys to do, because I'm still all month long, I'm going to be giving away the money bag, right? So this money bag can be full of $2 bills, $20 bills, coach's cash, you name it. But I got a red one, I got a pink one. I need to launch the money bag giveaway for the community. But how you win that bag is not just showing up, but bringing people with you, because that is the part of our legacy we need to restore as well, is the camaraderie.
Y'all ship to Ghana.
We ship all over the world, baby.
I can get the bag.
Baby, I know how to find, my stuff knows how to find its way to you. Trust me.
How many times can you enter?
So here's the thing. You can enter as much as you want. And we're going to be announcing it live on the YouTube channel who won. So you got to be there on Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. Sundays, we're going to be unboxing, teaching you how to build generational wealth for your family. This is an experience that you guys really can't afford to miss.
It's too important. It's too important because, you know, Coach, so many times, and I don't know, I've had a lot of loss in my life. I've had a lot of loss in my family, you know, grandmother, sister, mother. And when you start to think about all the things that they accumulated in their life, you start to look around like, what is it that I have? Yes, I got my mama's eyes, I got my grandma's cooking skills, but what's tangible that I can hold in my hand? What is something that she's left? Was it jewelry? My grandfather did have some property. It's those things. And y'all, if we're not careful, we won't have anything to leave to our children. I think that's one of those things that Big Mama Nim used to do that we have to get back to doing. Start accumulating things of value to help, let me put it this way, help position our children. Because it's a difference between having some property or having some money, but position them to succeed financially. And I think that's those are some areas that we're just falling a little short in.
And being mindful of what we say, because we quick to say we can't afford to create generational wealth, not understanding that the things you save today have massive value tomorrow. We're not talking about buy high. We're talking about buy low and sell high. It is just establishing that legacy and being intentional about it. Go ahead, Alicia. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, I like what Chanel was saying about positioning your kids, because, or, you know, just that generation, because have you found that when, you know, there's everybody is kind of struggling, or there's high levels of, you know, just not necessarily thriving, when an inheritance does come, does not that generation run through it? Like, it can be 30 days and it could be $100,000, but in 30 days they are flat without nothing to show for, really can't account for what they did with it. They just saw it as an instant solution. I mean, it's almost like that whole, what they call the lottery curse, because it's not generations that are prepared to have an understanding of wealth, have the preparing, and even have a place of value. They just see it as something to take care of a need. And, you know, needs are existing 24 hours a day. So I like that whole process about, you know, positioning them so that there's a place of understanding and even value, you know, when it comes to that wealth that we working so hard to build.
I love that. That was good, Alicia, because you're right. You are absolutely right. It's in the education piece. I remember when my teacher had to teach me how to write a check, because my mom just didn't fool with checks, right? She just didn't do it, right? So going out into the world as an adult and not knowing how to bank, not how to reconcile your banking account, not understanding that NSF that's coming up on your statement is not a good thing. You know, it's those types of skills and that knowledge that you do need to pass down, because otherwise you're right. You know, I can't say that if, you know, I had been blessed with $1 million, you know, when I was in my 20s, would I still be wealthy today? You know, my ex-husband probably would have had a whole bunch of Nikes and a whole bunch of Hilfiger gear. But you're right. It's about growing and evolving and teaching the children while they're young. This is what you do with money. It's not, you shouldn't be wearing your money. Like, not in your head, not on your feet.
Not in your mouth, not on your neck, not on your wrist. And even if we really knew the origin of them diamonds we chase.
Come on now.
And how many of us have died for them same diamonds? How many of us have died for the same gold? If we knew the origin, we wouldn't want nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, I was looking for wedding ring options back when I was looking for wedding rings. That wasn't a diamond.
I got you. Let me know.
Because I don't want my relationship tied up in nothing that cost my ancestors their life to get.
Oh, Coach, that's
We
good.
understood.
I mean, we
Tiffany.
just gotta stop. We've got to stop living wealth according to other people's standards, because that's what we do. We we shape the culture. Don't get it twisted. But then they take the culture and monetize it, and we go buy the shit from them.
That's right. We buying
How
our
do you take the culture
stuff.
from us?
Come on now.
Every car we want, every purse we want, every hairstyle we want. They take the culture, the coolness, the swag from us, and go monetize it, and the fried chicken, the macaroni and cheese. Popeyes ought to be ashamed of themselves for their chicken sandwiches. My grandma been making chicken sandwiches, okay? That we over there just fighting, playing bumper cars in the drive-thru to get a chicken sandwich from a company that doesn't even give us credit for the recipe. Come on now.
Our bodies, they used to consider that behind it has a technical medical name, right?
I'm on shady Facebook. I like it. Let's go.
but it was a medical name that they originally was attributing to slaves and said they got this issue. That's why we got the hips and the behind. But now they didn't took it over there and monetized it fully, and folks is fighting. They making millions off of something that they said was a disorder.
Yep.
And the lips, they got collagen for the lips, Botox for the lips. Oh, don't forget the breast augmentations.
Well, let's just talk about how melanin is trending on Wall Street, and it's worth more than gold. 1 gram of melanin is worth more than gold on the stock exchange. So what y'all doing with that? What y'all doing with that melanin? Damn, y'all, Chloe, what y'all doing? I mean, it's just, if we would ever understand that whole scripture about you're a peculiar people, if you would ever understand that you set the trends, that is an anointing that the Most High put on you. He said it's you. Everybody's going to be following you. So that's why he put that on us. So that way when people look, they want to do what we do. Don't think that it's just a coincidence that you sing the way you sing, or you're that creative, that talented, that gifted on the field. You got to understand who you are. And once you understand that, money will flow to you. Why? Because your relationship with it will change. Then you'll understand why your daddy put it in this earth. It's a tool.
And then we got to learn how to use it in our communities. But here's the thing we got to stop doing. Number one, we got to stop feeling we're not worthy. There's so many of us that don't get in front of these corporations and ask for money because we feel like we're not worthy. When they out here begging us, let us help. Because that, I love that scripture when the Israelites, when Moses went to get them, and they said the Lord hardened his heart. So right now, hearts are being softened to say, give to this place, to these people. And we won't even get in line and take the money. That is so crazy to me. And so many different ways to build wealth and leverage wealth and create legacy. But we don't know what we don't know. And we won't submit to the process. We won't sit down somewhere and learn. We're too busy ripping and running after these magic shows and people that tell you, oh, just do this. It's so easy. None of it is easy. All of it is work. But will you get the reward after the work? If you haven't invited at least 5 people to tonight, text them, let them know dollars, profits, and wealth. They need to show up every Tuesday and Thursday. You need to be there every Tuesday and Thursday. This is not just, again, about building the profits in your business. This is about living the life that you want. Absolutely, Chanel. This is the wealth transfer that's been promised to us for a long time, but we won't even show up for the wealth transfer.
Or you let that application stop you. Oh, Lord, they want too much information. Oh, they want this, they want that. But if you are diligent to sit there and, like Coach said, submit to the process, y'all, I'm telling you, all you got to do is step out there and be persistent, be intentional, and be a finisher. Don't leave those applications and grant applications half done. Sit down with the time and the intention that I'm going to, because it's your money anyway. It's your money anyway. If you pay taxes, it's your money. Your father said he owned the cattle on 1,000 hills. It's your money. We have to change our mindset like somebody is giving us something. When the Most High put his son on that cross and he said it is finished, he meant all things was finished. I know y'all don't like for me to tie money to the cross. Let me be quiet. Don't get in my inbox. Coach, gone. For these people get
Girl,
mad.
they better not get in your inbox. They better be happy. Good morning, Cheney. They better be happy somebody is waking them up. Because this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call to go get your money. No, I don't make that much. I don't make about that much. This is a wake-up call to go understand what you need to build your business. Stop saying you can't afford a team. Stop saying you can't afford education. Stop saying you can't afford inventory. Stop saying you can't afford technology, automation, and all the things that stop saying you can't afford advertising and marketing. And that's another exercise we're going to be doing during these masterclass series that's going to be happening on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, only on YouTube, only in America. So make sure you go to www.dollarsprofitsandwealth.com to register and get more information and bring somebody on the journey with you. Be committed to a study of wealth. We're not talking about just money. Money comes and goes. Wealth stays.
That's
Do I have any wealth built?
You need to back that up. You said that too fast.
I used to think they were the same thing.
Come on now.
But rich and wealthy are not the same thing. You can win a lottery and be rich for a limited time. You can get an NFL contract and be rich for a limited time. When you start thinking about wealth, wealth is a mindset, a spirit that is ingrained within you. It makes you start to look at money differently. It makes you start to utilize money differently. You're not wealthy until you have your next generation prepared. Until your children's children are ready for the future.
That's good.
Yeah, when you're rich, you may still be working for your money. But when you're wealthy, that's when your money is working for you. And we need to get on the other side of the coin and understand that working for somebody else, that's not wealth. You might get rich. What's that song said? I might not ever be rich, but that's better than digging a ditch. Car wash. At the car wash. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I only know.
Rolls Royce.
So money comes and goes. And we got to stop chasing money and start building wealth. And you can start anywhere. You can start building wealth with $5 or $10. That $10 you spend at Starbucks, that $20 you spend at the mall. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday morning about what I'm doing for Lent, what I'm giving up. And we talked about clothes. And I said, as much as we spend, as the Bible calls it, on raiment, you can't do nothing. Those clothes not only depreciate in value, literally the minute you buy them, but they continue to depreciate in value. You pay $50 for a dress today, it goes on sale tomorrow for $30. It goes on clearance in 2 weeks for $15. By the time it gets to you and you wear it one time, it's worth less than $5. That is one of the fastest depreciating things. And they even talking about they were behind the planet worried about the planet because we going through clothes too quick. They trying to encourage these children to reuse their clothes because you know we used to get our life out of a pair of jeans.
But then the materials also are probably different because think it was cotton, you know, back then, and we was ironing, but that stuff was biodegradable and everything. So now probably, you know, all the man-made materials. I can see that. I really can.
But even with the jeans, we buying them toe up.
Yeah.
So how long could they last if they already got structural imperfections? We would buy that pair new, and I swear, and this ain't even a flex. I've seen a pair of jeans last 3 generations.
Yeah, they had to.
And by the time you got them, you could see where the hem had been let up and let down, where they had been took in and let out. And that was just, and nobody laughed at anybody because everybody's stuff was took in. Yep. Everybody's stuff was hemmed up. And patches, girl, patches was the way to go. It was not a design.
It was not. It was not. And
these children paying hundreds of dollars for jeans with patches on them.
And you can't hardly find the little patches. You know, grandma used to sew the patches in, and I remember by the time I got up there was you could iron them on, but you can't hardly find no patches today.
And my grandma used to make the ones out her quilt, the stuff that she didn't put in her quilt. She used to cut them up and put them in a little sack, not a plastic bag. We didn't do plastic. It was like a sack that her flour used to go. See, that's I didn't told with how old, but all that the scrap of her quilts.
Oh yeah, my mom never threw material away.
Oh no! You're gonna go get the bag, baby. But you know, Coach, what you're telling the people is that you have to have wisdom when it comes to money. If you get money before you get wisdom, the money will leave you quickly. That's why Solomon asked for wisdom, because you don't think Solomon could have asked for millions of dollars, but it was the wisdom that brought the financial stability and the riches to him because he was wise. So
difference between rich and wealthy.
Exactly.
Solomon was wealthy because he had knowledge and money. Mm-hmm. We need to do a whole difference between rich and wealthy. Mm-hmm. When you have just money, then guess what? Mm-hmm. That's rich. When you got money and knowledge of what to do with that money, that's wealthy. Mm-hmm. And that's what we got to understand. You cannot wear wealth. Mm-hmm. You can't. Wealth is in the safe. It's in the bank. It's on the stock market. It's in land. That's wealth.
It's working for you.
Huh?
It's working for you. Wealth is money working for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wealthy people don't try to impress you with their clothes. Mm-hmm. They don't. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's even some new money people tell me that's wealthy. Because Shaq is wealthy.
That's a wise brother.
Shaq is wealthy. Shaq is beyond, I'm just getting money. Mm-hmm. And he's at generational wealth. Rick Ross is wealthy.
Mm-hmm. Magic Johnson.
Wealthy.
Look how they've been building, though. I mean, everybody who you named off, it has been, you know, years, decades and decades of them building to this point. And so it is just not so, you know, overnight. And I told my son right when he hit 20, I said, you know what, a man builds in his 20s, he reap in his 30s. And when he builds in his 30s, he reaps in his 40s. That was the conversation we started having. I was like, you're 20 years old today. Well, I looked at the calendar. I was like, you know what? He'll be 26 this year. We need to have another conversation. You know, I wish I could have had that level of the knowledge when I was his
Me
age,
too.
because I was working 2 jobs, you know, because I like
Yeah.
to have my money, like to have stuff in the bank. I never liked to be in call, but I always work 2, sometimes 3 jobs in order to get it. And here, you know, he has levels of resources. He understands business. I mean, it's a whole nother thing that he has. But, you know, just that process of knowing that you can build and have these places of youth behind you is so important, at least that the schools have mandated that they put levels of financial literacy, you know, built into the programs, and entrepreneurship, you know. So, you know, this isn't anything that I think sometimes we hear stuff and it's just, oh yeah, there they go again, or, you know, whatever it is, but it is absolutely obtainable, you know, for you. And I don't think at this point you really truly just have these options that we think we do. You know, I don't think you have those options. And I like how you're saying, Coach, really, you know, start small with your efforts, but do something.
Right.
Absolutely do something. And understand too that we've got to be the teachers of our children. Because the best lesson is what they see every day. They can go to school and then people can talk to them about entrepreneurship till they blue in the face. If they come home and see you working like a dog, and then they see the dope man on the corner with a bigger car than you, the mistress on the corner with a bigger car than you,
that's real.
I'm telling you, your children are gonna get recruited to a lifestyle that is not of you or from you.
That's good. That's good, Coach.
It goes back to our class last night. We've got to take accountability for our children. We've got to say, beyond the system, beyond slavery, beyond racism, we are still the ones that they take instruction from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if we're not setting a good example for them, don't be mad if they stray from the course.
That's good. That is good. You know what I found about the culture here in Ghana is that they are not month to month people, right? When you go to rent a house, they want all their money up front. When you go to buy a house, there's no mortgage company, there's no loan company. You got to be prepared to put that money down right then. So, what does that say for understanding that, you know, you might can get money steadily over the month, but you get bigger lumps in the forefront that you can invest in, which they buy land, they go out and they buy fabrics, they start businesses. And what I love, Coach, and it ties right into startup capital. This is what I love. If you got 4 families that have children that are going to college, they're gonna all put together and send their oldest child to college. They're gonna put their money in. They're gonna invest in that child's college. When the next child come up and is ready, no matter what family they're from, they put all their money together and they invest. Can you imagine that if a group of 10 women get together and say, you know what, I'm gonna invest this in this stock. I'm gonna invest in this company. You know, or we're gonna all get together and research this startup capital to see how we can launch. First, we're gonna help you get yours and you launch. We're gonna help, and that's the mentality here. It's so, Coach, you would love it. It is so much community. It's what you've been preaching for years.
Because if you don't have community, guys, and again, you're encouraged to join our community as we go down this path of showing you where to get the money to sow into your business. It does not, and I repeat, does not, should not have to come out of your pocket. When these corporations are giving away money at the speed of light, and all you got to do to get it is put your name in the hat. But yet so many of us are not putting our name in the hat. We're not feeling like we're not worthy, feeling like we're not qualified, don't want to sit still long enough. Do you be surprised at how many broke businesses I've heard say, I don't have time to apply for grants. You don't have time to what? You don't have time because you're running your business broke.
It would behoove them just to hire somebody to do grants.
It would. It would. And it would behoove them to go ahead and get that application in, because at some point you got to say what's most important. If
Right.
you're already at a place where you can't afford technology, can't afford a team, can't afford business education, can't afford to pay yourself, then the least you can do is find the time to come on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to be live, as well as Sunday afternoon. We're going to be talking about generational wealth, but coming on there every week with your pen and paper and learning.
At least just to transform your mindset. You know, you never know that there's another way until you see another way. It was just something about seeing, and I had to realize, and I don't know, I think we started Startup Capital, what, in 2019? Really focusing in on Startup Capital.
Yep, we started with business credit, and then right before COVID, we started heavily into grants and funding. And before that, I didn't even know all of this money was available.
Right. That part.
We really started with sponsorship back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really still a pipe dream.
Right.
And at that time, we still didn't know how many corporations were looking for, we wasn't in style yet. Let me say that. But we in style now, girl.
Yes,
and we better take advantage of every bit of Black powerful woman, I'm woman, hear me roar, sisterhood, high five. What's the lady that held her fist up?
Angela
Davis, Gloria Steinem, girl power that we can.
Yep. And like I said, it's your money. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. And I really would challenge y'all, especially my sisters, my ministers, my deaconesses, my altar call. Listen, the money,
my evangelists, my psalmists, my saints, my parishioners, my mothers and deacons of the church, I implore you.
Please hear me. The money is not evil. It is a tool. And you've been praying for this. I wish somebody would come help me build this business. I want to quit my job. I just wish somebody would come and help. And if you are a pastor of a church, this is for you. First lady, tell your husband they're giving money away to pastors. They're giving money away to churches. They're giving money away to ministry. It's not just about business. If you know that you could use an injection of a large amount of cash, you need to learn about Startup Capital. Believe me, there are other counterparts in your field that already know and are already doing this. That's how they get in them parking lots. That's how they get in them youth ministries. That's how they taking them trips over to Guatemala. I'm just being honest with y'all. Turn my mic off. I'm just saying. I want them to hear.
You said parking lot.
Here's what I want to make sure. I want to make sure you guys don't miss this train. Don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say we didn't try to teach you for free. Don't say we didn't try to educate you. You have to be there tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Tuesday and Thursday. And then we're going to be talking generational wealth on Sundays. Do not keep this a secret. This should be something you're posting on your Facebook. If you're a smart coach, you will be inviting your communities with you so they can learn how to get the money to pay you. Wait a minute now. If you're smart
coach,
and you've got a business product or service for sale, and the number one thing you hear from people is, I can't afford to pay you. You will be marching people to the altar tonight to learn how to get this grant money so they can have 10 and 15 and $20,000 available so that when you send them an invoice for $10,000, they can pay it off the rip. So that when you send them an invoice, they don't have to say, I can't afford it. And not only can they pay you, but they can pay to get the tools.
Right.
Look at me being bullied.
I see him, Coochie. That's all I
They
see.
can pay to get the tools that they need to be able to take the instruction you're giving them and prosper. Look, y'all, it's International Women's Day. We're going to be live all day today. We're going to get out of here, but I have a masterclass coming up on high ticket product creation because we need to be able to take this money we're getting and pivot it into offering products and services that are really worth what they're worth. We've got to learn to charge our worth and expect it. And what better way to expect it than showing people where to find the money? So we love you guys, and we'll see you a little bit later today. Bye.